on Storytime at Lehman Library. As usual, I'm ready with a story. Now, I bet many of you are getting ready for that big Thanksgiving feast at your house. Many of you might be going someplace, or maybe people are coming to your house to celebrate. Or maybe you're not getting together at all. I don't know. The vast majority of people probably do something special for Thanksgiving. You have a couple days off, and then you just have fun with your family. But today's story is kind of about a Thanksgiving turkey having fun for Thanksgiving. It's called The Very Stuffed Turkey. Now, if he's very stuffed, of course, we might want to eat him. But in this case, he doesn't get eaten, so it's a nice story. The Very Stuffed Turkey. Now, he was a turkey. He was getting up on Thanksgiving morning. He had kind of a problem. All of his friends, he had 5 special friends that lived in the neighborhood, and they all had invited him to come over to their house for Thanksgiving dinner. Now, they weren't planning to eat him, of course. They just wanted him to come over and enjoy some family time. So, instead of saying no to 4 of them, he said, I think I could slip by all of these houses and visit them all and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I think I'm going to do that, he said. So on Thanksgiving Day, he got up and he thought, how am I going to work this out? He said, I think I'll just exercise a little bit because I'm going to be eating a lot. So he jumped rope and he did his beak touching the floor about 25 times. He stretched and he did all these things. He brushed his hair and put on his nicest feathers, and he went to see his first friend. It happened to be right down the street from him. It was Pig's house. Pig and his family had invited him to come to see him and eat dinner with him. And so he was really excited because, pigs always have lots of food. So when he got there, all the little piglets were outside. They were tossing pumpkins back and forth. And when Turkey walked up, he tossed him a pumpkin and he caught it. And they tackled him, kind of like playing football, except with a pumpkin. And they had the most wonderful time. And it was time to eat, so Pig said, come on in now, let's sit at the table and be ready to eat. So they all sat down and they were ready. They were all surprised. There was so much food. There was a special stew that Pig had made, and they had beets and corn and all sorts of good vegetables sitting on the table, and even a worm or two for Turkey to eat. And they sat down and they slurped and they burped, and Turkey shuffled and muffled his food. And I mean, they truly ate like pigs. They ate and they ate and they ate. And Turkey sat back thinking, I've eaten so much food. It was so good. Thank you for letting me come here. It was so wonderful to be part of this family. What a wonderful feeling it is. Thank you so much. Now, he didn't tell Pig that he had to get going because next he had to be at Horse's house, which is just down the street a little bit. As he was walking to Horse's house, he thought, I shouldn't have eaten so much. I don't know how I'm going to eat at Horse's house. But when he got to Horse's house, he thought, whoa, look at the spread of food on the table. They had oat cakes and carrots and apple pie and all sorts of sugar cubes and pumpkins. And they just had such a feast. And they sat down and they ate and they ate and they ate. And Turkey was indeed stuffed even more. He said, my stomach is hurting. My buttons may pop off my shirt in a little while. And they had mashed potatoes, and they had so much fun. So they ate and ate and ate. And when they got up from the table, Horse said, let's go for a little race. We like to do a lot of running. Turkey thought, I don't know if I can run very fast. I've eaten so much. But he went out and he tried to run. He couldn't run very fast, so Horse picked him up, threw him on his back, and they raced and galloped all around the neighborhood. And they had so much fun. Turkey felt just like part of the family. It was so wonderful. He was so glad he had come. He thanked them, and he said, I guess I need to be going. So next he went to his friend's house. Now, there were 2 friends living at this house. It was Goat and Sheep. They lived at the same house. And when he knocked on the door, they said, come on in. And Turkey could smell all the great food in there. They had soup and weeds and flowers and clover casserole and dandelions, things that goats and sheep would eat. And they ate everything off the table. I mean, there were so many things that they filled themselves to the brim. Goat and sheep had so much fun having Turkey there. Turkey was feeling like, oh, my belly is getting so big. He said, but, oh, this is so wonderful. Thank you for letting me come. And they said, oh, well, before you go, let's play hide and seek and have some fun. So Goat and Sheep would hide, and Turkey would have to find him. Now, Turkey could always find him, but when Goat and Sheep had to find Turkey, they always peeked and cheated. But Turkey didn't mind. He had fun. And when they were done, he said, thank you for letting me be part of this family. It was wonderful. Well, Turkey waddled away, and he had stayed a little too long at Goat and Sheep's house, and he thought, I guess I need to get going. I'm almost late to Cow's house. And he went down. Cow didn't live very far from there, and he said, oh, I'm so sorry I'm late. He said, I was just down the street. And they said, no problem. You got here just in time for dessert. And they had ice cream everywhere. Cows love things with milk and ice cream. And they had ice cream. In fact, they said, we're having an ice cream contest. Who can pile their ice cream cone the highest? So here's your spoon. Let's dig in. And they piled up their ice cream, and it would fall on top of them and then lick it off themselves. And oh, they had every kind of flavor of ice cream possible. It was a wonderful feeling to be part of that family. Turkey just had such a marvelous time. And he just couldn't believe it, but he was feeling so stuffed. Well, he said goodbye to Cow, and he went on to the next house. This was the last one. He was thinking, whew, I'm glad I don't have to go to anybody else's house after this because I am so full. And it happened to be the house of Mouse. Mouse lived with his family. Now, if you know mice at all, they have lots and lots of family. There were cousins and grandparents and sisters and brothers and relatives of all sorts there. There were mice everywhere. And they were having all sorts of good food. They had berries and nuts and seeds and all sorts of wonderful things to eat. Turkey couldn't wait. He dug in right away as soon as they got to the table. And they ate and ate and ate until they were extremely full. Turkey said, this has been so much fun. And Mouse said, well, we're not finished yet. We have our annual Thanksgiving parade. Our whole neighborhood gets together. You use the drum, Turkey. So Turkey got the drum. He was feeling so fat he couldn't even get the drum next to him. He said, maybe I should be the balloon. I could probably be the blimp. Well, he decided to do the drum, and he was playing the drum. And then Cow and Horse and Sheep and Goat and everybody came out, and they said, oh, we didn't know you were going to be here. And Turkey was so full that he fell over. He couldn't get up. All the animal friends came and picked him up off the ground, and they said, I think you've eaten too much, Turkey. You're stuffed. He said, yes, thank you all so much. Y'all have made me feel just like family. It's been wonderful. And he said, next year when Thanksgiving comes, I want you to come to my house. I've already got it figured out. I'm going to have grilled grasshoppers. And so I hope you can come. Now, I don't know what kind of food you're having at your house. I hope it's not grilled grasshoppers. But whatever it is, I hope you have lots of fun and don't get as stuffed as Turkey. Thank you for joining in today, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.